Hello guys, Zennosh here and welcome to CounterSide, and today in this video I'm here to present you guys with a list of the top 3 ships in this game that's gonna be making your gameplay progression much easier. Alright, and now let's get this started. The first and the top on the list is definitely going to be the Lake Superior ship out here. This SSR armor ship is gonna be of great assistance to you guys in both PvP gauntlet matches as well as PvE story progression. When we are talking about the story progression, ladies and gentlemen, its amazing movable range is going to be of great help to you guys. 2 blocks on the front and 2 blocks on the rear. That is so good mobility out there. You can easily engage in battles with the boss units right away while skipping all those minions in your path. Alright, so that means like you will be instantly clearing out those story contents, and on top of that one, it can easily access those supply depots in order to refill its supplies in case you need it. Alright, and that's it and done. Looking into its skill out here, it is very specialized on reducing the incoming damages to your allies. Thanks to its passive skill out here, all ally units damage taken minus 12%, and additionally thanks to its second active skill known as the cross impact, allies damage taken minus 12% for 10 seconds. Wow, that is amazing. This damage reduction is going to be a great help not only just for story progression as well as for the gauntlet matches. Looking into its first active skill known as the Tactical Barrier, cost an improved phase barrier around itself and allies. This barrier equals 15% of target's max HP and lasts for 10 seconds, which is so great boost to your sustenance. Alright, also grants immunity to hit stun from special or lower skills for its duration, which is going to be a really great assistance for you guys, especially in the gauntlet matches. Alright, especially if you are trying to fight against those opponents who are so good at CC. Alright, and that's it and done. Looking into its second active skill out here, costs 2 high power phase barriers that inflict damage. These barriers move and hurt enemies along the way and then explode, levitating the enemies with AoE damage. It kind of reminds me of that special move known as Shinra Tensei from the Naruto series, Dawn by the Pain, right? Yes, there we go guys. Temporarily decreases allies damage taken by 12% as well. So yeah, there we go. This ship really specializes in improving the sustenance of your entire team. If you have Lake Superior on your side, definitely your team is going to have a lot of survivability options out there. So yeah, very amazing ship out here, and for now it's the best. Okay, now let's move on into the next ship out there, and that's gonna be the Kamiizumi. This SSR cruiser ship is gonna be a really great assistance to you guys in both story contents as well as the gauntlet matches. Why? Let's discuss about it. Alright, just like the under control cruiser, it is also going to move on like this kind of movable range out here. Definitely quite long range, meaning like you will be able to engage in fights with the boss units right away while skipping all those minions in the path, and that can be a really great help in order to clear up the story contents right away. Alright, and that is so good indeed. And that's it and done. Now let's start looking into its skills. Passive skill out here, Warden into the provision. It says all ally units crit plus 250 points. That is great, and critical damage is boosted by 25%. Wow, talk about more DPS output guys. This ship is actually going to allow your team to wreak some really big havoc onto your opponents. Okay, 250 crit boost is really good, and with that 25% critical damage boost, definitely a lot of damage is going to be spelled on the opponents out there. Anyways, looking into its first active skill known as the Turbulence, uses its engine's output to create a powerful air current in the selected area. This air current randomly removes one non-permanent buff, which can be quite helpful especially in the gauntlet matches, and continuously pulls surrounding enemies for 8 seconds. That is a really good CC right over there, the crowd controlling skill. While doing AoE damage, the targets lose 30% of attack speed for 6 seconds. Wow, there we go guys. Very amazing crowd controlling skill right over here, being able to continuously pull the surrounding enemies and reducing their attack speed by up to 30%. That's awesome, man. And looking into its second active skill out here known as the Air Burst Cannon, compresses and shoots air through its new model engine that requires short maintenance time. Thanks to its skill haste plus 15%, it is actually going to be able to use its second active skill very frequently, and it actually can cause some really good damage out there, cause damage and severe knockback to enemies in a broad area, levitating them. That is so good, guys. Alright, so first of all, it is capable of doing some really good AoE damage, and it is actually capable of some really good crowd controlling skill out there, whether it be continuously pulling the surrounding enemies or knocking them back. Alright, or decreasing the enemy's attack speed by up to 30%, which is so good for any kind of content out there. But looking into this ship out here, or looking into this kind of skill sets, it's definitely going to be more useful in the gauntlet matches, in those PvP contents out there. Alright, and thanks to this critical damage as well as the crit rate boost out here, it's going to be a really great help for your teammates in order to power up more DPS against your opponents. Alright, so you can actually wrap up the battles real fast thanks to this unit out here. Very great unit, especially for the arena matches. Amazing ship, guys. Alright, and now let's move on to the final ship, the last ship that I'm going to be explaining in this video today, and that's gonna be the Gleipnir armored type. Alright, this SSR armored ship is gonna be a really great assistance to you guys in both story as well as in the gauntlet matches. Alright, so why is it like that? Looking into its movable range, it's same as that like the Lake Superior. Alright, the movable range is pretty much same like that one, so definitely you are gonna get a lot of advantage out there in the story progression in those operation map tiles, being able to engage in battles with your main boss character right away while skipping all those minions in the path. You really don't have to do those useless battles out there, and you can also get that access to those supply depots easily in order to refill your supplies if it's needed. Alright, and that's said and done. Now let's look into its skills out here. Its passive skill, known as the Asset Protection Tactic out here, ally counters damage taken minus 20%. That is great. Alright, well, when we were talking about the Lake Superior, it actually provided 12% damage reduction for all the allies, which is pretty good out there. And over here, it's actually providing this damage taken reduction for the counter type units only. But no problem, guys, because most of the time we are always going to be using the counter type units out there. Alright, so well, this 20% of damage reduction for counter units is totally well taken. Very good stuff out here for this survivability boost of your teammates. Alright, looking into its first active skill out here, extension, it says an improved special phase barrier absorbs 50% of incoming damage for 10 seconds. If the absorbed damage exceeds 5% of HP, this skill instantly knocks back all the surrounding enemies with AoE damage. Very amazing crowd controlling skill right over here. Knockback is really helpful indeed in the battlefield out there, especially if you are getting ganked up by the opponents. If less than that, the skill inflicts 50% of the damage instead. Alright, so that's gonna be it. When we are looking into its second active skill, known as the Gravity, controls gravity with an enhanced gravity generator, levitates ground enemies high, and then slams them to the ground, downing them with great damage. So it's really good crowd controlling skill out here with really good AoE damage as well. So that's it and done, guys. This ship is definitely going to be a really great help for both story progression as well as the gauntlet matches out there, while allowing you to have a very great movable range, and on top of that one, reducing the damage taken by your counter type units, which is so good out there. And on top of that one, being able to knock back the opponents from time to time, or let's say levitating the opponents out from the ground right over there. So that's gonna be the Gleipnir armor type ship out there for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. There are the 3 top ships in the game right now. So what about the future ships out there? Is there any amazing ship that is going to come out in the future? And the answer is totally yes. A very OP ship known as Enterprise is going to come real soon in this game, as soon as episode 5 is gonna be released, okay? And it's definitely going to happen real soon. And Enterprise is the most OP ship out there. Alright, it can really allow you to deal a lot of damage against your opponents. I think it can reduce the defense of your opponents by up to 50%. Yes, up to 50%. Just think about how much damage you can possibly do to your opponents. Alright, and that's it and done, guys. That is it for today. These are the top 3 ships out here. The first being the Lake Superior out here, the second being the Kamiizumi, and the third being the Gleipnir armor type. And if you have any other extra opinions or feedbacks or insights, please do let me in the comment section below, and let's have a really good discussion about it. And if you do really love this video without any complaints, then please do hit that like and subscribe button right away, because I will be keep on pumping up a lot of contents about this game out there in the near future. Alright, so keep yourself tuned in to my channel, and that's it and done. See you guys in the next video.